Hey, what's up, Hot Garbage Squad? Thank you so much for 25k subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. As thank you, I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. What you're probably watching is just a snippet of account reviews. Yep, today we're doing the most hated thing I've been dreading, account reviews, but I really do appreciate you guys. So what we're doing is we're on Asia, and we'll be looking at 8 to 10 monsters. For you guys who are new to this channel or new to this series, I pick a server, generally it's global because I'm from global, and then we do 8 to 10 monsters at the beginning of your box. So if you put your whole GB10 team, I'm gonna review your whole GB10 team, so don't do that. Anyways, let's take a look. Really awesome, you're on Will Despair. I made a rune video about my Samoth and how it's on Will. I'm glad you follow the school of Will runes. However, I do want to say, I saw your rank earlier before you crashed my game. You're actually C3. And if you were to make it so it's more powerful for like G1, G2, you're going to get rid of all this 500 defense. You got way too, like this room, nah, too much defense. This room, what is this? This should be attack percentage. Wait, that is attack percentage because, yeah, innate. Okay, like, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you're splitting these runes for RTA, but 100 billion% you are missing some of this here because you have too much of this. Anyways, all right, Bastet. I'll be quite honest with you. Yeah, this looks really fast on paper, but yeah, I see you're switching your runes around. This is your primary buffer, and then your Bastet is like your secondary, but also primary depending on the team you're facing. So, if you have a Leo, I'm gonna agree with this build, but quite frankly, I don't think this is fast enough. Because the Triton is pretty, like, yeah, your base speed's higher than Triton, but definitely, I don't think this is fast enough. You may need to switch a few runes around, or let's say you're rushing and you notice the same people outspeeding you, you probably want to consider that, okay? Okay, this Zyros does tons of damage. And I guess this is your only attack leader skill, huh? Yeah, if this is your only attack leader, then I feel you. You need more damage. You don't have an Alicia. You don't have Poseidon. I feel you. You need more damage. And quite frankly, I mean, you could be using this with this, but I'll never know. But anyways, moving on. So you have two Speed Lucians, relatively speed tuned, Swift Blade and Blade Fatal. Okay, well, my biggest problem here is not so much its damage or its speed. It's more so you're missing a Will one. I don't know how you're going to counter Samoth or RNG, or let's say an Omduat, or maybe a Miho, because Miho's on Nemesis and your first DPS attacks the Miho and then it's on Nemesis, it gets a turn, and maybe it stuns your non-Will Lucian that hasn't gotten a turn yet. So my biggest problem here is you just need a Will rune, a Will set here. Alright, this one, to be honest with you, I don't know the damage on this, but to find the best Fat Lucian, you need an equal percentage of attack percentage and crit damage. You want it to be very equal, and the optimizer can do that for you. So I'm not sure how much damage this does, but if you want to find out, I'll use the optimizer. Ah, yes. This is your quote-unquote Triton on your defense. It's really nice. However, if you're really premium, this would be double HP. But like at this speed range, like for example, this would outspeed this, right? So I mean, Hunsa, because it's a black LD 5 unit and also high base speed, it's already scary on defense. So I'm gonna say nothing wrong with this build. It's honestly just a scare unit, but it probably work better with Vanessa on defense instead of your Samoth. Just saying. I got no opinions on this because I don't have a Gianna, so you're banned. Okay, no Gianna. All right, next, let's go. Reroll. Don't expose me. Take 4. No, this is take 1. Don't expose me. Okay, I know you told me you were a reroll account. I'm not looking at you. You're wasting my time. I know you. I looked at you. You got 4 monsters. You didn't do GB10 yet. Okay, Zoe. I remember you, Zoe. All right. Ah, yes. Poseidon got buffed. No glancing. Let's see how you built your Poseidon here. Swift Blade. Alright, you know what? I don't even care about your rune set here. My problem here is you don't even max your runes. 2, 4, 6s, I don't care how poor you are. You're going to have to max these runes if you're going to use them on like any offensive like playing field. Eager. Okay, eager. Yep, you see this? Not cutting it. Not cutting it. Not cutting it. Okay, my biggest problem with your account is you don't plus 15 your 246s. Also, by the way, this rune is super negative. Like insanely negative, because all it has going for it is a blue speed rune here. Because this is like 14 plus, this is 13 plus 4, and 6 plus 6, which is maximum rolls, is 12, and you're one above, which means this is literally a green rune almost. This is like green 0.5. Okay, so this rune not helping your case here. Otherwise, I do like it's more tanky than HP because he has a heal skill in him, and he has so much turn cycling that he has the ability to just keep sustaining himself. Okay, so this get rid of this rune and find something better. Violent Will. Honestly, I don't own a Vigor, but I feel that a lot of people are building their Vigors on crit damage, and not a lot of people put it on Will. I don't think people put it on Will, but judging from your Will runes, they look like average and not really good. So you maybe consider to replace these Will runes for like something else if it gives you better stats. Let's look for farming. Okay, I'm gonna look for a farming unit here. Vanessa, okay. If this is for RTA, garbage. If this is for Guild War or for Arena Offense, viable. For RTA, you literally need like to be on violent because it's your Fire Bruiser. If this is for like Guild War and you're just using this passive, fair. But if you're using this for Arena Defense, I'm gonna say first of all you need to max these two. Yeah, it's not on violent, but this is on will, and therefore because it's on will, you're still using Warrior's Return. So hey, congratulations, very decent. All right, this is, oh no, you see this? You see this? 5-star rune. Get that garbage out of here. We don't do that, okay? Get rid of that rune. No. I would not do this. I would not do. And plus, you are really fast here. I would highly suggest that you take like 20 speed off and go for like 9,000 more HP. It would probably be a lot more beneficial for your Kanoon here because I believe this scales off your HP here, right? All right. Oh, okay, I like this. This one is on will. I know this doesn't do as much damage, but at least it's on will. And guaranteeing damage is a lot more important than doing damage sometimes. Because what's the point of maybe doing damage versus I always do damage because you're never gonna get stunned from random someone, right? So I like it. Good job, good job. Font. If this is like at this speed range, it needs to be on will. For the most part, at this speed range, it definitely needs to be on will. Like, it's the same. Whoa, this is really fast. Wow, these are faster than my runes. Wow, these are faster than my runes. What the deuce is this? Okay, at this speed range, you probably don't need will. But at this speed range, you 100% need will. And a big problem for a lot of new players, they stack their best Vaunt set on one monster. I'm not saying you're doing it, but you probably are doing it. You stack your best Vaunt runes on one monster, and then you have no follow-up. Like, you're at 255 speed. What on your team is 240 speed? Literally no one. Literally no one will go after your friend. So it's a good idea to spread out your violent speed runes instead of making one stacked 300 billion speed violent will rune, because you're never gonna go afterwards for follow-up. It's a really big problem that a lot of newer players have. They make this a one god monster, but then their whole team literally cannot go next. Okay, so go fix that. 1682. All right, let's see. C2. Let's see it. Here we have, okay, you have 8 monsters. I like it. We have what will. Okay, I like this Theomars. It's speedy. It's got defense. It's got HP. What I would say you need to improve next is you see all this flat stuff. All this flat stuff has got to go away eventually. Like for example, this should ideally be HP percentage, and this should be flat HP. But you're doing pretty well. You know what the heck is this? Okay, train of thought here. I'm not saying you need to change it, but just a train of thought here. Because you have elemental advantage, you really need 15 more crit rate. So what if you change this rune to have a little bit more crit rate and less crit damage? That way you're more consistent. You can be, but you don't need to be. This is actually okay. Or you drop the crit rate here and use crit rate lead on Theomars. Okay. This is very, very squishy. This is really, really squishy. Like this rune should, like, you're missing HP gem first of all, and it's not grinded. This is too squishy in my opinion. She needs to live. People will work on her all the time because of her passive. Right. This is fair. A lot of people looking at this will say this is the low crit rate, but in RTA, it's as a bruiser monster. If this is for arena defense, I'm gonna say it needs to be like 10,000 more HP. Or maybe in your case, like 5,000 more. Right. Despair Will. I like it. I like it. Despair runes like this is hard to come by. I like it. It's got a high accuracy. Doesn't need to do too much damage because it's using it as an accuracy bot. But it's good. I've seen worse, okay? I've definitely seen worse. It's not bad. This Garo is too fast and doesn't do enough damage. I'm going to say you need to replace this for an attack slot 2 with more speed. Or you reduce the speed on some of these. Like, where are you getting all the speed from? Like this? Oh my god. I mean, this is a really good rune, don't get me wrong or anything, but if you put an HP gem in here, it's probably a support rune, right? Yeah, you're definitely getting a lot of speed here, so maybe replace this run for more crit rate, so you're at 85. I really suggest you get 85 crit rate because it is like so important. You guarantee yourself a crit on a Triana and kill it. It's so important. Like, you can't have that unit living. You just cannot. I'm gonna guess this is for RTA. If this is for RTA, I can't really comment on it because I don't know where the speed range of your other monsters are, but hey, it's nice and fast. Sierra. This Sierra has too much attack and too little HP. Sierra is one of those monsters that is used as a booster with a lot of sustain. If you're gonna build your Sierra this way, you are going to build her as I'm gonna drop a bomb, I'm gonna detonate, and one monster is gonna die. And you don't have super high accuracy, so should you drop a bomb, miss, you're gonna get clobbered to death because your effective HP is very, very low. Because you don't have, like, this is pretty low. You're missing like 10,000 here, or like 6,000 at least. But otherwise, your Sierra's got some really efficient runes. What the heck is this garbage? This is definitely a blue rune. This is definitely a blue rune. Like, it's probably not a blue rune, but it's definitely a blue 6-star rune if you look at it. Swift Blade 101. Yeah, it's pretty decent, but I don't see a second one. If I don't see a second one, whoa, that's a nice rune. If I don't see a second one, it's hard for me to judge because it's very easy to put your best Swift set on one Lucian and that's it, but it's really difficult to have two equal quality ones, especially on Will. I'm not sure how you're using these two, but Shimate typically goes before the Lucian, and should it go before and kill the enemy Samoth or revives, this is not going to do damage. So I'd probably change this set to a Will set. Or if you have a second one hiding somewhere, you already know what it is. I think I've been preaching it for a while now, but it's really important to have a Will Lucian. Did I do you? Conquer 2. Conquer 2. Okay. Okay. Remember at the beginning of the video I said if you have your whole team out, I'm probably gonna review your GB10 team. I'm just gonna review your GB10 team, okay? Okay. Looks good. You know what? I'm not even gonna review. I will review just this. This has not. This is actually decent. Okay, never mind. Take it back. It's terrible. This is not on Revenge. It's not on, like, Will is number 1, Revenge is number 2, and then Blade is number 3. And then anything after that is like, why? Okay, I'm not gonna look at your account. I don't want to hurt my brain. I apologize. I really do. But I cannot. Okay? Okay, moving on to the next account here. I'm gonna look at you. Hopefully I don't crash. 2,000 days in. Okay. 2,000 days in, you're still fighter. I'm gonna say you probably quit. Wait, is this the same dude? This is not the same dude as before, right? This is not. Okay. First of all, your Wusa is too slow. Wusa only requires 2 double rolls or even 1 roll on speed. This is too slow. You're missing about like 50 speed here. If any of these runes just had an average of 12 speed, you'd be looking pretty good here. Okay, put more speed on that. Is this for TOA? If this is for TOA, I feel like he should not just be used for TOA. But if this is your TOA build, I'm gonna say you need definitely more HP here. So take it off Despair, because you really don't need it on Despair. It has so much attack control here and like the silence here. You really don't need it on Despair. You just need to have thick stats for TOA. Alright? But you have this for TOA, so what is this for? I have no idea, but you should figure out how you want to use your monsters. My biggest advice is figure out how you want to use your monsters, okay? Because you got this guy, but you also got this guy, but they all look TOA to me, okay? So that's how I'm seeing it here. Alright? Theomars. Do you guys remember my thought of what if I run a 0 speed Theomars for Arena Stall and just revenges them and kills their whole team? I think you just used my idea here. But no, seriously. First of all, your passive has 15% elemental advantage. Why do you have 99? So you should do remove 15, change this to slot 2 speed, and get rid of this whole rune in general because it's hot garbage. Don't even force a set on your monster here. I don't need to look at any more because I can already tell what's your biggest problems. You have too many monsters. Yep, see, too many monsters. Like what I tell you, you have too many monsters, not enough runes, and you need to consolidate your runes on your farming team and then your PvP team. Stop building so many toys and start building teams. When I say teams, I mean like Copper Bulldozer. They're very synergistic. You know what I mean? Or you build teams that actually carry you in Guild War, like Kamoons, Skogls, but don't build these random stuff like Kumar. Anyways, moving on. Alright, moving on. Dude, why are there so many Asia people here? I have no idea. I didn't know I had so many Asia fans. Maybe it's just the time I'm streaming right now. 2,000 days in C1. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, you're a really fast account. Swift Nemesis. Okay, first of all, Fra is never on Swift. Second of all, why is it on Swift? This at this speed range, it will not cut in. By the way, defense doesn't really do anything on Praha because Lucian ignores defense. Praha will like 99% of the time get Lucianed or sometimes Zyros Punvect, right? But I'm gonna say remove this stuff and put more of this stuff. So do you have a defense rune? Yeah, you have a defense rune going on here. So that's your problem here. First of all, it's on Swift and on Despair. And if it's not on Despair, you put double Nemesis with. Okay, moving on. Bot Nemesis. Okay, this looks... Okay, this is not fine. At a glance, I thought it was fine. And then I realized your speed. You're too slow. Okay, no. Just because... Alright, another hot tip. Just because you have a counter, it doesn't mean you don't need any speed. You cannot rely on countering because you actually need turns to get your skills back up. Countering does not give you a turn to give you a skill back up. Just saying, okay? Just saying. Alright, this is fine. But I feel that you could be forcing a Nemesis set. Or maybe they're pretty decent, but I like the build here. No crit rate because of his passive. High crit damage. I like it. This is fine. If we're to say how to get better, first of all, it needs to be faster. If it's not faster, it needs to be tankier. Vela Jewel. Okay, I like this Vela Jewel a lot, but the only thing I would want to see more of is less crit damage and more crit rate. Where else is this crit damage coming from? And yeah, this rune needs to be like all crit rate and some speed. And this rune needs crit rate, and this rune needs crit rate. Okay, like this rune's a negative rune. This rune's got nothing going for it. Okay, so you're missing... I want to see at least like 69 crit rate. That's what I want to see. I don't know what this does. I'm skipping this. Okay, what did I say? What did I say? Just because you have a counter doesn't mean you have a 0 speed. How do you go from like 11 speed to 101 speed? That's what I really don't get. Right? My hottest tip to you is your counter units actually need speed to gain turns to get their skills back up. The monkey, even though he has skill 2 got buffed, it still needs speed. This is a high base speed, so you don't need a lot, but you need more than 11. Okay? Two people spamming me, so I really don't know where I'm at here. Okay, I'm gonna pick a random one. Okay, you got random one to end the video. Random one. 1600 days. 1600 looks like you also have your whole GB10 team out too. Okay, no problem. You see, this is actually fine. Like, you actually know what you're doing. You care about stats over set. You're forcing a blade set because it's 4 blade, and I get it for the extra crit rate here. But overall, I see what you're doing here. By the way, I have a whole random of 5-star runes, so you can already tell, like, you guys already know what I mean by 5-star runes. Anyways, okay, moving on. Okay, well, first of all, the stat cannot be rocking +6 and +10 runes. Second of all you need is 2 speed rolls. So if you replace these runes with 2 speed rolls, you're gonna be looking a lot better, okay? Alright. Okay, first of all, don't force fight runes. Like, why don't you put this fight rune onto this stat? You got 18 more speed here. Do not force runes on your team, okay? This fight set literally doing nothing for you. Literally doing nothing. Alright, this is for farming, I'm assuming. Okay, first of all, you have a speed tuning problem. You want Sabrina to go first because it has defense break potential here. And then you want the Talia to go because if the boss is low enough, her AI activates and goes to Spirit Focus into Deadly Dance. Otherwise, it just does Deadly Dance. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. If this is for NB10, I'm gonna say it's okay. If there's anything else, I'm gonna say it needs a little bit of work. Okay. Okay, first of all, why does it have 8 speed? Why does it have 8 speed? Change this to a slot 2 speed, because this rune is literally offering nothing except for 8% defense and the main stat, which is a 6-star. Okay, so first, okay, to conclude this video, guys, speed is very important, and forcing runes on your monsters to make a set, like a fight set, is very terrible. Any monster with a counter does not gain a like, when you gain a turn, your cooldown resets. When you counter, your cooldown does not reset because you're not actually gaining a turn. So Wind Panda, that has like attack bar increase, Josephine second skill, or that the revenge thing, the monkey with random revenge, these monsters all have something in common. They either gain attack bar or they revenge. They actually need speed in order to get turns, to get cooldown reduction on their skills and actually do stuff. So if you aren't doing that, make sure you fix that right now. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.